Hello, this is a video about how to complete the assignment October work schedule. You need to have your instruction sheet in front of you, and then you need to also open up your school or student email. We're going to go line by line on the instructions, and I'll demonstrate what you need to do with each one of them. So when you go to your school email, you should open the email from me that has October work schedule draft on it, and it should look like this. The second thing you're supposed to do is change the document theme to Metro. Every once in a while, my programs are a little glitchy, and so such is the case today. You'll find that when we look at the different themes over here on the left, that we don't have one that says Metro. You probably do, and I want you to click it. I'm going to go ahead and click Retrospect, and if you don't have Metro, go ahead and click Retrospect. If you don't have that, check with me. Number 3, or the third thing we should do, is in the line containing the table title October work schedule, remove the tab stop at the 1-inch mark on the ruler. So you'll notice here's the line with October work schedule, and here's our tab mark. So I'm going to left click on the tab mark and pull down into the gray area, and the mark disappears. The fourth thing we should do is set a centered tab at the 3-inch mark on the ruler. So over here on the left, this is a left tab mark, which means if I set that anywhere on my ruler, my words will left align to that point. If I left click on this, it changes to a centered tab mark, meaning if I set that anywhere on my ruler, my words will center at that point. So it told me to set it at the 3-inch mark. So I'm going to just right here on the 3 click, and you'll notice that my mark went there. Okay. Now it says I need to move it, so I'm going to click and drag with my left click, move it to 3.5. Okay. Now we want to bold the characters in the title and use the increase font size button to increase the font size to 14. So let's go ahead and select. Rather than click and drag, you can also wait until you have an arrow that looks like this. Oops. And you can click and just in one click grab everything. So we're going to go to our Home tab, bold, increase our font size to 14, and change the color to light blue. So here where the color, light blue. Now we want to delete the row containing the 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. shift. So here's our 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. shift. Let's go ahead and highlight that row, right click, and we get a short menu box, and we want to delete cells, and we want to delete the entire row. Then we want to insert a column between the Monday and Wednesday columns, and then fill the columns in as it tells us. So we'll right click on the Monday, and we'll insert, and we want to insert a column to the right. Okay. So then we'll punch in Tuesday. And then we want to enter the information. So we want R, and this is where you need to read your, where you need to read your instructions. When you get done with the first person, you just hit enter. You can arrow down. If our column heading, or if yours right here, this Tuesday is not bold, then you need to go ahead and do that. Now we want to insert a new row at the bottom of the table. In the first cell of the new row, well, let's go ahead and enter our new row. So just click somewhere in the bottom row, right click, say insert, and we want to insert row below. Okay. And we want to enter 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. in this far left cell. And it should be space P period M period. Space P period M period. Okay. If this cell's contents are bold, then you want to remove the bold format and then fill in the cells as it is, so we look good that way. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add in the rest. And you can tab over. Oops. In our table style options, we want to ensure that these following boxes have been checked. So we'll go to our table tool design. And here's the boxes that they're talking about in number 9. So we want to make sure that we click on header row, banded row, and first column. So those should all be checked. Total row, last column, and banded columns should not be checked. Then we want to apply the grid table medium shade 2 style. So you go over here and you click on the more box and you have different boxes. Now you'll have different colors if you have the Metro theme. That's what the themes do, is they limit the amount of color so that everything sort of goes together. So this would be the one that we would be interested in, or something like that. Then we want to auto fit. So we go to the layout tab and we say auto fit contents. And align center left all cells in the first column. At which they are for mine, and if they aren't, then you can do that. And we want to align center the column headings containing the weekdays and also the cells with the employee names. So we want to center these and center this. There we go. And our Tuesday, there we go. We lost our bold somewhere. There we go. Okay. All right. This table needs to be fixed so that you've got, you know what, one of the things we did that I missed on this, and so you may have as well, is if you go back to when we entered this last row, it says that we need to hit enter before we type the word to. So we didn't do that, and it messed up how our table should look. So go back here and we'll enter, and then everything looks the way that it should. So now you've got a completed document, so you can save your work. Thanks.